Hey everyone, I'm NornQueenAlexis and welcome back to the channel. And welcome to this preview reaction analyzation thing. It's kind of just a reaction. Today we are taking a look at the new Warhammer preview that came out on 8/22/20. I'm not going to say it the British way because we landed on the moon. We get the right to say it the way we want. We're stubborn. Nah. Anyway, jokes aside, we're taking a look at the online preview. And there's some really cool stuff, some really odd stuff, and, you know, just some general new stuff that I'm kind of really blown away by. The one thing that I saw that kind of blew me away, like, immediately, wasn't the Horus Heresy Legion stuff, because I know there's a few, there is a community for Warhammer Horus Heresy, but it's so little, and they're so far between, and with COVID, it's an impossibility to find a game of Horus Heresy, let alone 9th edition. But let's take a look at where this all starts. Grab my headset, and let's make sure this is nice and low so it doesn't blow out your damn eardrums. Horus Heresy, a planety thingy. Nice map. God, I love Lionel Johnson. Look at him. He is just a beast and a half. Probably, like, my favorite Loyalist Primarch is Lionel Johnson. My favorite Traitor Primarch is Fulgrim. He's got the kitty cat Terminators. All new book art, which is pretty cool. If you get a chance to look at all the Horus Heresy books, because it's Horus Heresy miniatures just photoshopped on top of real backgrounds sometimes, and it's really funny. So we did get to see the new Night Lord Terminators just now, and yeah, they don't look at half as cool as Lionel Johnson's. Just saying. Just saying. So book 9, I think, is the only book in the Horus Heresy series to feature a Primarch on the front of it. I could be wrong about that, and I probably am, and I'm going to eat those words, like, immediately as the comments blast and berate me about, oh, Alexis, how did you not know that Gilliman appears on the front of on book 6? And I'm going to be like, I don't know, because I never read the books. Actually, that's not true. I've read all of the Horus Heresy, I've read all of the Horus Heresy books from Black Library, and I've read a good chunk of their rule books, and one of my favorite actually includes Sister of Silence. Null Maidens, I love them to death. So, let's continue going down here. So we do have the new Terminators, and they look... You know what? The cat just took the words out of my mouth. They look silly. I wish I could see these guys as, like, fearsome and, like, scary looking, but truth be told, the one is wearing, like, quite literally wearing an apron made out of flesh, and I can't unsee that. Like, he just looks like the cook from, like, a bad horror video game. Like, he comes after you with a hook and a flamethrower, and it's just like, yeah, this sounds like a Resident Evil knockoff. I don't know what it is. The Night Lords in fluff, like, written by Aaron Densky-Bowden, the Night Lords Omnibus was one of the best books I've ever read. I love their lore. I love the way they look in artwork. For some reason, when they translate that to miniatures, they just look kind of silly. And I can't unsee it. But looking at this, these guys, they mostly have chainswords, which is interesting. It seems kind of like a pointless weapon for a Terminator, especially in the Horus Heresy system, when you can have Terminators with all sorts of weaponry. So it just seems a little bit weird that they would give them some of the worst weapons. The flamethrowers are all cool. They all seem to have flamethrowers and Volkite launchers, or Volkite Chevrains, or whatever they're called. But overall, they look a little bit silly. I like the fence around their face. It's like a graveyard fence. That's kind of metal. I can dig that. It's like somebody who is just experiencing like the goth aesthetic and decides to just go completely overboard with it. And I love it. But at the same time, it's a little bit silly. Like, how at any point could like Ultramarines look at these guys and just be like, oh yeah, they're fine, they're good. And it's just like, no, that's silly. I like it. See, that's the weird thing. I both like and hate it at the same time. I love the whole graveyard aesthetic to them. I love the skull helms, but on them it looks a little bit silly. They have a chainsaw. They have a bayonet. I'm sorry, that the more I look at these models, the more I see that's silly about them. But they are in Tartaros Terminator armor, which is kind of really cool. You can see it by the rounded shoulder pads. It is Tartaros armor, which I really like Tartaros armor. I like Cataphractii a little bit more because it's the kitty cat Cataphractii, and they all have the cat ears. But overall, I do like the bulky aesthetic of Terminator armor. It is one of my favorite aesthetics in 40k. I feel like this is a little bit too much on the miniature. It looks not gaudy, it just looks overdone. So then we have the other one with the chainsaw and the flamer. He looks really cool. Like, I like this pose, although it does look kind of like he's leaning over to do a dad fart. And I know somebody's going to be like, what the hell, Alexis? Just does. But I'm looking forward to reading this book. I don't tend to actually get the Horus Heresy books themselves, just because I have a lot of Horus Heresy miniatures. I have 4 Sicarans, I have 3 Scorpius Whirlwinds, I have 60 Legionnaires, I have all the baby Marines you can ever imagine. I have an entire 1st, 2nd, and 3rd company of baby Marines. They're all Death Guard painted up. Because I rolled a d20 and randomly got that as my number. So that's what I decided to go with. They did become my 40k equivalent of the Sons of Garrow, the Loyalist, Dusk Raiders, who didn't fall to the ickiness of Nurgle, because Nurgle kind of sucks. So next up we have Necromunda, which is a game that I have been wanting to get into for quite some time. This is a skirmish-based game that is played between like 45 minutes to like an hour and a half. It's a very quick-paced game, lots of terrain, and a lot of story-driven elements, which I really like. What I'm hoping for is that once they run out of gangs, they actually take the Necromunda and just keep that as the title and get like different gangs from different planets. And it's just like, oh, hey, this is what happens when, say, House Orlok actually gets on board a ship heading to a different sector, and they're fighting in the underbelly of the spaceships themselves, which would be really cool, just saying. But let's take a listen to this. Also, my AC just kicked on, and it's really loud. I do apologize about that. Also, do love the music that they choose. I like the... Oh, that's cool. They have the, oh, what is that called? Elysians use them. The grab shoots. They have grab shoots. Okay. I like this. Also, I just love the punk aesthetic of House Orlok. I really love it. It's like Mad Max meets like, it's Mad Max. And I love it. Oh, the cyber puppers! I love me some cyber puppers. That's adorable. So, House of Iron, let's see. House of Iron is your guide to the history of House Orlok and includes all the rules you need to dominate the Necromunda campaigns, new fighters, higher guns, and hangers on the will be... You know what, screw it. I tried to read that. It just did not work. My mouth decided to jumble up the words. Joined by house-specific weapons and war gear, which will change up the way your gang will wage war in the Underhive. So, among the additions will be an all-new plastic kit that adds 3 fighter types to the Orlok gang, including apparently just flat-out, you get Chandra Ablaze. I don't know why, but we get Chandra now. That chick looks like Chandra. I'm sorry. A lot of you will know what that is. A lot of you will be like, what the hell are you talking about, Alexis? Those of you that get it, get it. Those of you that don't, won't. So, let's take a look. You got Pointy McPoint. He's looking really cool. He's got his auto gun. I do love the extended mag, the drum mag on it. That's pretty baller. And the buckle on his waist, that's just a big old skull. That's definitely not gaudy and overdone. I love it. And next we have this dude who looks like he has 2 power fists and a sledgehammer, just in case you need it dead immediately. Holy crap, I love them. I do have a House Orlok gang, just a box of them. I haven't put them together. They're in my box of projects that still need to be worked on, as well as my Age of Sigmar armies. I have the entirety of my what are they called? Daughters of Cain in there, which is only like 3 boxes, but it's Morathi and 2 boxes of those Harpy girls who look amazing. And since it's more than 3, I'm assuming it's the Cyber Harpy ladies or Harpy lady sisters. So you got this person. I can't tell whether they're a dude or a chick, so I'm just going to refer to them as they. It looks like they have some type of demolition kit, a grav harness, and a 6-shooter, which looks straight out of the Fallout universe, which I really like. It's like a big iron. Then we have... Oh, this one also has like a demo charge and 2 hand flamers. And a... Is this one trying to be a Sister of Battle? I feel like this one's trying to be a Sister of Battle. That's definitely a Seraphim loadout. Except they have a bomb on them, which is way better. Then we have Chandra here. She's looking pretty cool. She's got a dual knives, which I guess is cool. I think I would take a pistol and a knife, but that's just me. I mean, how are you operating that? How are you operating your grav shoot? I'm curious about that. Like, you have no harnesses or anything. So is it an MIU? For those of you that don't know, a mind impulse unit, which requires a connection to the spinal cord or the lower parts of the brain, and it operates the machine based on thought. A lot of aircrafts in 40K are actually use this technology. So it would be kind of cool to see that. I do like this guy's pose. He's just like leaping in. He looks all badass. He's got his bandana around his mouth. Look, he's practicing social distancing. This is really important. He's got his mask. The other ones have their mask. Chandra, she's a Karen. She forgot her mask. You know, she's that type of person that walks into the store and makes a big deal about it and yells at the employees that are just trying to do their job. So, you know, this guy remembered his mask. He's a good dude. Chandra over here, she's a Karen. So, yeah. And you got the cyber puppers. Look at these puppers. This is adorably, like, cruel, but I love it. I don't condone this in real life, obviously, although giving a dog a new limb using prosthetics would be rather nice, but still. I like that it's a Doberman. I just like that. I like the aesthetic of it. It's got, like, this cybernetic spine. It's got a input microphone for its ear. Got an antenna on it. Probably receives radio-controlled messages from its master. And he's got 1 regular pupper's leg. I probably would have replaced that out of courtesy. Alright, so House of Iron is looking pretty cool. I'm digging the look. I like the Orlok gang. I was actually going to use the Orlok gang as my go-to for scouts, because a little bit of history about my custom chapter. And I know a ton of you love to hear this. My custom chapter goes to a planet by the name of Protovoska, which on the planet itself, they recruit from a very particular gang called the Emperor's Bastards, which is designed to be the Orlok gang, just in a different world. Cat, please be quiet. Anyway, moving on. I don't know what it is. I saw this guy earlier. GW is going through a cowboy phase, and I love it. So let's take a look at the drink here. They're literally going with the cowboys things. Oh my god, they actually are. They really are. Oh my god, this is terrific. Billy the Nid. I love it. He's got so many 6-shooters. Oh my god. You know what? I love it. You got Billy the Nid. I love it. Look at this dude. He's got one eye for each gun. Actually, does he only have 5 guns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, that's the 6th one. He's literally got 6 shooters. That is so good. There is so much here that I absolutely love. I can't wait to get this guy. I'm hoping he acts just like the, oh my god, I cannot remember Billy the Nid's actual name. Like what his unit is. It's a, I take 3 of them all the time. It's not a Sanctus. It's a, wow, I am drawing a blank on them. I know he's a character killer. You just pop him up and you just blast a character with him. But that's the main use for him that I use him. That's how I use him. What the heck is he called? I am drawing a complete blank at this. The new Destroyer will make a fun and deadly, very deadly, addition to your Necrons, as well as looking immensely cool. I like how you guys tell us that it looks cool. I agree, but I don't like being told that something looks cool, because you can tell me that the Night Lords look cool, and I will tell you no, they look cringy as hell. But this thing is hilarious. It's like out of a freaking Will Smith's Wild Wild West. If you tried the new Crusade rules for Warhammer 40k's core rulebook, you'll know that there are great ways to add to your narrative element in your games, following your armies from scrappy patrol forces to conquering hordes. Soon your Crusade will have new worlds to conquer, perils to face, and rewards to reap with the first Crusade mission pack, Beyond the Veil. Which is kind of cool because Beyond the Veil usually implies that they are within the Eye of Terra, because there's a part of it called the Veil, which is the where all the Chaos Space Marines live, essentially. So it's interesting because they're talking about the Pariah Nexus. Yep, there it is, Pariah Nexus. Okay. So we get the mission pack, which includes this older art with a new background to it, which I dig. I dig. But now the new Lord, even though this Lord is a newer model, he looks outdated compared to the newer models, which is really funny. So, venture into the Pariah Nexus and battle under the baleful influences of Necron technology within. You'll be able to play loads of missions at every game size and gain incredible rewards, including upgradable war gear, new battle trades, and more. But beware, for the new threats in the perils of the new threats in the Pariah Nexus are many. A host of battlefield conditions can affect your game, and dangerous battle scars await. Setting your Crusade battles within the Pariah Nexus will give you a new narrative opportunities, allowing you to tell... I am losing my voice as I do this. There we go. Setting your Crusade battles within the Pariah Nexus will give you new narrative opportunities, allowing you to tell stories of your armies thriving or struggling within this terrifying phenomenon. Okay. You'll also be able to recreate the battles of the Pariah Nexus and beyond with the new scenario kits, like Battlezone Manufactorum Vertigus? Vertigus? I'm gonna guess that's Vertigus. So, wait, this just looks like that kit that came out already with one extra part? I mean, I'm not dissing it. I love terrain and everything, but that just seems a little bit off. It feels like it's just one additional item in a box that's $90. I don't know. Am I weird for saying that? I think I'm weird for saying that. I don't know how I feel about this terrain box set. I mean, I would rather buy that simple terrain piece that I need rather than buying the entirety of this box. But it might come with those mats that nobody likes. You know, the paper ones, the cardboard ones. This Battlefield in a Box expands your scenery found in the new 40k Command Edition. Inside you'll find two double-sided card gaming boards and a variety of thermal pipe ruins and new auto corral transmitter. Okay. I mean, that's definitely neat. I do like this thing. I do like that it has an omniscient axe. I think that's really cool. But ultimately, it feels like it's just one additional piece to a $90 set. So I'm a little bit weirded out by it, if that makes sense. The contents in this set will be enough to play combat patrol and insertion level games. So for those of you that don't know, 1,000 points and 500 points games, and can be combined with the mini board and scenery for larger battles. This is just one of the new scenery sets that you can look forward to. Now that I'm actually interested in, because it does state that there's going to be more, which is good because GW's terrain is really hard to come by. It sells incredibly fast and is usually really good terrain. Yeah. I mean, you can't go into a gaming store without seeing GW ruins. Let's be real. As you build your scenery collection, you'll want new ways to use that in your games. And the new chapter approved mission pack, Tactical Deployment, is a great way to do so. Because the terrain rules weren't confusing enough, we added more immediately. Yep, they did that. I actually had to write cards, like index cards with all the rules on them, to put next to my terrain pieces so that I remember what they do. Now, for the most part, they're pretty simple, and most of them are the same thing that you had last edition. But a lot of the terrain is going to have a ton of different rules now that's in the main way of playing the game. So it's a little bit weird. This pack contains 18 new match play missions. I like that. Which allows you to bring your own themed terrain and use it to create a balanced battlefield alongside your opponent for close-fought games. This is perfect for Warhammer 40k players who want to add a new element to their battles. It also makes it much easier for event organizers and clubs to run tournaments, so that's the real reason. No need to paint 500 ruins to populate your tables. Run a tactical deployment event and provide tables and a roof for your participants who'll bring the rest. That is not going to happen at all, in any way, shape, or form. I'm sorry, I will not bring, okay, most people that travel to events and tournaments like this, they're flying across the country, they're driving hours, they're flying to different countries. Now, keep in mind, this is pre-virus outbreak, which is causing the biblical apocalypse. But aside from that, terrain in 40k requires so much, more packing than miniatures do, as weird as that is to say, because of how big they are. On top of that, you're talking about setting up terrain for your games at an event. Most events in 40k, they have the terrain preset for a reason, and it's for speed. This seems like it's going to be more for a store tournament rather than something like LVO, Adepticon, or Nova. So I don't know what they're trying to do here. It's kind of neat, but if one player shows up with no terrain, they're just going to lose their game. I don't like that. I'm still going to get the book just for the terrain rules and everything, but I don't like the idea of bring your own terrain, because that's a lot to carry, because you're already carrying your giant case to carry your 2,000 points. And then on top of that, you now need to carry a separate case, which needs to be about the size of a box, in order to carry a couple of terrain pieces, or pipeways, which won't give you the terrain rules that you need, so you need to carry ruins, and forests, which are not easy to transport. Yeah, this just, I don't know. I don't see this working on a bigger scale, is all I'm saying. All I'm saying. So now we move on to Warcry. I almost said war crime. Warcry. Into the Catacombs. This is Warcry. That is a 300 reference. For those of you that don't know, I don't know how you could not know. It's Warcry. I mean, one dude's wearing armor, the other one has a... Wow, they're really doing it. They are really, really, really doing it. Okay. I like these Bushido Samurai looking dudes. Also, I love that miniature. These minis look so good. Alright, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. There's probably some silly stuff at the end that I always miss. No, there isn't. Okay. So, Warcry Catacombs. It's pretty interesting. Death and glory in the lands of the dungeons of chaos. Alright. So, what do we got here? The stealthy elves of the Shadow Stalkers. Okay, so... Funny enough is what I want to do with this this character right here. I want to actually put 2 other characters with this thing, and I want to put it on an oval base and run it as the is it Contorted Epitome, which is the mirror for Slaanesh? I think it is. I want to say it is. I'm like 40% sure that it is. But I want to run it as the 2 demons with the giant mirror, which I think is the Contorted Epitome. Oh my god, that's going to bug me that I don't... No, because the Inferno and Rapturess is the one that plays the harp. Damn, that looks cool. I love the cloak. I love the cloak. That spear is going to break so quickly. This dude literally flicking a booger at somebody. I love it. Love those pants. Like, I would wear those. Like, no joke, I would actually unironically wear that outfit. Like, that would just be a cool outfit. I want that outfit. I might need to cosplay this dude just to get that outfit. Or chick. I'm not here to judge. That face, though. Oh, that face is terrifying looking. I don't like that face. I don't like your face. Also, you have a crest. No, that's a Qatar. Oh, that's so interesting. You have a Qatar. I think that's the Qatar. The Qatar's the punch knife. I'm fairly certain. You look like you have the whole Daughters of Cain thing going on. You got a whip and a Qatar. Like, legit, I do love these pants. This dude is, like, hiding behind his cape, like, hey. I love it. Look at him. So cute. I do love these outfits. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I do love half-cut shirts, just saying. Like, I don't think you guys can actually see it, but this is a half shirt. So, I actually love these styles of clothing. So, like, that, unironically, I would wear. Like, that outfit. Granted, I wouldn't wear, like, the horrific face mask with it, or the gaudy stuff on the belt, or the I forget what that's called. I wouldn't wear the capes, but I would definitely consider wearing a lot of the other parts of this outfit. Look at that. Again, wearing their masks. Practice this, people, please. Just a few more months of this, and we'll be done with it, and it'll be over. But I love their swords. Like, look at their swords. They're completely impractical. Like, the second this hits something, it'll just shatter the sword, but still. Or the large knife. Alright, this person's smart. They actually brought crossbows. I love this mini, though. This mini looks incredible. So this is kind of like Indian culture with the crest sword. Or is that Egyptian? I always get those two confused. But it's like, it's got the crest sword, the wavy sword, and it's got like the Bushido armor of the samurais and the death mask of the samurais. So I do dig this. I really like her. I don't know what it is. She just looks incredible. I really, 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 really like this miniature. And then there's this dude. And then this dude. And then this dude. This dude looks cool. Again, they got more of that traditional, like, Indian weaponry, which I really like. I think that's called a chakram. I'm not good with weapons, but I think it's like the throwing disc. That's incredibly deadly, by the way. Yeah, this guy who looks really confused, like, what am I doing here? Am I stabbing somebody? Am I hitting somebody? I forget what I'm doing. I got a cool outfit. Hope no one kills me. Oh, she looks nice. I like her. This dude's just screaming because he set himself on fire. Like, this dude is just like, ah, damn it. He's like the one that made a mistake and, like, had his weapon in his hand, and he's just like, do, and hit himself against the chest, and his whole chest went on fire. See that? That just sucks. Then we got this new game board, which I'm never too big a fan of GW's game boards, though a lot of them are really good. I just did a review of the Rise of the Orc game, which the game board in that is incredibly good, but then I compare it to the current release of the cardboard board for 40k, and it's just, I find it lacking. So it does look, I guess it's supposed to look like this. This looks way cooler than this. I guess if you build it up, it could look really nice. But yeah, look at this. Like, they have the traditional doors of, like, the Japanese temples. Or at least what we consider the traditional doors, because we're westernized and barbaric when it comes to other people's cultures. And I'm willing to acknowledge that, but I digress. I do like the game boards. I like this terrain too. This terrain is kind of neat. So, we go back into Underworld. Just jump into this. Lower this really quickly so it doesn't blow out your guys' ears. Okay. This is a game I'm going to get into now that Daughters of Cain are in it, and I can get the Daughters of Cain box. Not a fan of their elves. Their elves look silly. Also, why does that bow have 3 strings? That wouldn't make it any better. It would actually make it worse. I don't know if I should be excited about this stuff, because I don't know about this game. All I know is smoke effects are pretty neat. A little bit silly on things like this, but yeah. Next piece of Warhammer and Beastgrave. Always. Huh. Direchasm. Okay. Okay, I can deal with that. That's pretty neat. Get this dude on it. You got the. Oh, that thing has a Marcus Slanesh. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. Yo, Marcus Slanesh stuff. I'm sorry, I just love Slanesh minis. Like, they look so cool. I don't know what this thing is, but I love it, and if you ever hurt it, I will come after you with the full force of my Space Marine Legion, which is 25,000 points. I will ally my Tyranids into it, which is 12,000 points. I will take my Sisters of Battle, and we will crusade upon you if you ever hurt this creature. This thing is 100% adorable, and I definitely want it. Like, I definitely want this. Look at how cute it is. It's just a gecko with a blowgun. Its pouch is a frog. This thing is straight up... I'm sorry, this thing's straight up out of Naruto. It's even got a bracelet. Come on, this thing is cute as hell. So then we go into Beastgrave. Beastgrave is kind of cool, and it's a game that I do want to get into because it's a pretty quick game, and it's a skirmish game for Age of Sigmar, which I really like, and I want to get into more Age of Sigmar. Oh! Oh, it's those ones. Okay. That's a cool champion of Slash. The Lord of Pain with the gaudy-ass boots. Do not go with your outfit. I'm sorry, your outfit looks good. Your boots look bad. And I'm just going to say it now. Ancient enemies clash amidst the land of mist and illusion. Oh, what is it? There's a song that this reminds me of. It's oh my god, why am I drawing so many blanks today? It's a song by Hollywood Undead, and I cannot remember the name of it. I do apologize. So it started as a Khaine versus Slaanesh, so I'm buying this box because I want to expand into Daughters of Khaine, and I have a Slaanesh army, so I never use it. I have it. It's just kind of chilling, and it's kind of like my Khorne army. I have it for the studio, but I never use it myself. But I do want to get some more Slaanesh stuff for Age of Sigmar. And especially, I mean, look at this dude. I don't like those boots. I'm probably going to clip those little things off on his boots. That looks silly. Although I can say that I am digging his garter belt. I think that's pretty nice. Also, all of his stuff is attached to his garter belt. That's just got to be slightly uncomfortable. I mean, you do you, I guess. I don't like the hooks. I'm not a fan of that. That looks a bit silly. I'm probably going to replace the head with that of a demonette. I do like the weapon. Oh, he has a mohawk. Okay, see, front angle, it looks really stupid. Side angle, which is why you always need to check these things, looks really cool. Now this, I'll probably cut down and green stuff up to be more hair. But I do like the mohawk. I do like mohawks. And then you got this person who's clearly not happy, but they are snacks, so don't step on them. And yeah, I can dig them. I'm hoping that they have an option without the mask. I know that mask is very symbolic to their army and everything, but I like their cute faces. Like, that's the whole reason I want to play this army, is because they're cute. So then you got Morathi going Super Saiyan, fighting a bunch of fish people because Age of Sigmar is silly and the setting is hilarious. She can turn into a giant snake creature, or does she summon giant snake? It's kind of cool that they have the whole Medusa vibe to them. I really like that. It's really cool art too. And Morathi just looks so badass. Like, when Morathi came out, I was like, okay, I guess I'm getting into Age of Sigmar. And then I never actually got into Age of Sigmar, but I really want to. So that's it for the preview? Okay. Alright, so there's quite a bit. Oh, Lionel Johnson, why do you look so cool? You're probably the only Primarch I'm going to buy. And I'm probably going to send you out to be pro-painted because look at you. You look awesome. I love it. I love this model so much. Also, it seems kind of like if you know Lionel Johnson, you know that he kicks the ever-living crap out of the Night Lords constantly. Like, it's not even like a 1 or 2 time thing. He breaks their Primarchs back. He beats the hell out of their entire legion. He flanks their entire legion, destroys multiple warships of their legion. But the Night Lords ultimately do win because they did prevent him from getting to Terra. So, win some, you lose some. And he did go back to Imperial Secundus with Guilliman and another Primarch whose name I can't remember. I forget who else was there. They put... Lion wanted to just kill him, and the dude was all in favor of dying right then and there, but Guilliman's all like, no, we need to bring him to Terra for a trial. And it's just like, no, we should probably kill him. And then the Night Lord gets away on the ship, and he's just like, ha ha ha, I'm Batman. But yeah, I love Lionel Johnson's model, though it does look a little bit too much. But at the same time, it's a Primarch, so I expect that. I do like his toga. It is adorable. I love his toga. These guys, I give, like, based on strictly on their looks, they're like a 6 out of 10. They look aight. They look aight. It looks like somebody accidentally painted them up as Ultramarines, and then they're like, crap, add lightning and do up their shoulder pad. It doesn't look like the traditional Night Lord look, like, especially if you compare it to, like, these ones, where they're, like, way more blue, white, and the bolt feeling. You know, these ones just kind of look like Ultramarines. I'm sorry, they do. The Necromunda gangs do look really cool. I really like Chandra over here. And this guy, I'm definitely going to buy him. I 100% going to buy him and put a cowboy hat on him. The terrain set, I'm whatever about. The mission packet, I'm whatever about. The Warcry stuff, I'm kind of whatever about. I want this model. But this thing I absolutely love. This is a 10 out of 10 must have. And this new box set I'm really digging. Although the one thing I don't like about it is that it doesn't have these steeds of Slaanesh. It has these dudes of Slaanesh. And I don't like them. I like my demonettes on Slaanesh steeds. But that's just me. That's just me. I'm going to buy this box set regardless because it does look really cool and I really am digging it. It looks like it's going to be about $120 to $150, depending. It's got a secret chariot in it. So it might be expensive. It might not be. Let's hope. Let's hope it's not too expensive. I do like the new oval base that they got for that. That's super nice. But yeah. What are you guys' thoughts on this? I think I put my expectations a bit too high. I'm not saying that stuff is bad. Keep that in mind. I'm just saying it's kind of... I think I was expecting more 40k stuff, especially more Necron stuff than what we got. And maybe some more information about the Space Marines, which I didn't want, but I wanted more information about Sisters of Battle. And we didn't get that. We got a lot of AOS stuff, and I really do like it. Trust me, I do. Especially being that I told you I'm buying that box set once it comes out. But I think I put my expectations too high. The preview is nice. The preview is definitely nice. There's a lot of cool models coming out. So tell me your thoughts. I want to know what you guys think. Comment in the comment section down below. Tell me the list of stuff that you expected and that you wanted but didn't get. And yeah, just share it with me. I read all of my comments. Like literally, I read every single one of them every night. I put aside about an hour and just read nothing but comments. I give them little heart reactions, thumbs up, and sometimes reply to them. Yeah, so tell me what your thoughts are. Also, while you're down there, check out all the links in the description down below. You can follow me on all social media. Please do. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, as well as Patreon. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome, and I love each and every single one of you. And this month, we are giving away the Song of Ice and Fire, so one lucky winner will get that. So, yeah. Yeah. I give this preview a 7 out of 10. It was high. As always, I'm NornQueenAlexis. I love you guys. Bye.